Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Memory of a Dream, and I bid you welcome to the city of Dreamveil. Yes, Dreamveil. I must apologize for my spelling mistake in the previous chapter, in this previous video in this story. English isn't my native language, and well, I'm prone to making some mistakes. But yeah, leaving that apart, let's get into it. In the previous chapter, we passed through the Grand Village milestone and didn't notice that our crime was high. So, looking at the happiness index here, we have a bit of a happiness from high crime. Also from lack of entertainment, which we are going to focus on in this chapter. So, last time we placed down our police station here, but I don't really want to keep it on this street, and something else that's missing is a fire station. I'm just going to start the simulation while we're building. You may notice that the quality of the sound might be improved. This is because I've changed the recording software, and this might also add some issues with the frame rate. We'll see how this goes. So what I'm going to do now is add another road coming at a 90 out of this one, and move the police station here. So I'm gonna relocate it on this node and on this road, sorry. And I'm suppose this is sufficient because it doesn't have any upgrades that will exceed the footprint of the building. And on this same road, I would like to add a fire station. I think I'll add it here to make it visually align better with the police station. Though I might try to... Let me just try to move it a bit without snapping. Turned on. Of course, this means manually fiddling with it a bit. Gods, this is difficult. Okay, so I want this fence to be... There we go. I like it better that these fences align. We also don't have any upgrades that exceed the footprint of the building. And now that we have both of these taken care of, let us go to the main object of this chapter in our story, which is adding a bit of recreation. Okay, so we can see that people require some sort of entertainment. First of all, I'm going to go here near the cemetery and add a park. But wrong button there. I'm going to go into the parks and recreation and unlock large parks and sports parks, so to have more options. Oh, next milestone we have communications, and I don't think I'm going to use any of these upgrades at this point, but coming in here, you see we have a bit more options. So I'll turn on snapping. Unfortunately, this park is a bit too large for this area, and I didn't give it enough space. What I might try to do here is downgrade this to an alley and see if my park fits now. Oh yeah, perfectly. It's gonna take out those houses there in the corner, but just have to regrow. And we'll dezone this one here. We also have some abandoned buildings. Probably because of the issues with crime and recreation. I also see the leaves starting to change. We're going into fall now as March is rolling in. Okay, so yeah, this intersection looks a bit weird now, so I'm going to downgrade this road as well to an alley. This is fine. We have lots of green spaces here. We have a nice park nearby. What I would also like to add is some sports facilities. I think this outdoor gym could be something that we add. Maybe here. I can see that this large park here covers a big area, but not that large. So here, at the edge of this mountain, we may add a camping site, and I'm going to toggle snapping for this one. Try to just add it at the edge of this road, right over here. As it does a bit of terraforming on the land, but yeah, this is fine. It doesn't look that bad. Obviously, I would like these assets to flow with the lay of the land. And you know, in real life, we get this aspect as well with cemeteries. In game, a cemetery needs to have flat terrain, but in the city where I live, it's the main cemetery goes straight up a hill, and it's quite nice, especially in this time of year, to take walks through there. Yeah, I need to take care of my speaking. I may notice that I'm speaking a bit slower, and this is because if I speak normally, I have a tendency to concatenate words or slur them together. This is something that's hard to understand or follow. Okay, now that we have our main parks added to this area, and we can see we're covering most of this area, probably want to add something like maybe a tennis court up here. Now, I kind of backed myself into a corner because these parks need access to a street, and I want to use this main street for mixed zoning. That would mean adding breaks in my zoning. I don't really want to destroy houses to build a park. Except maybe this guy who's complaining about high rent. Make the complaints go away. Just buy white paint. It's not really realistic, is it? What we also want to do is add a park maintenance depot, and I'm going to add it here near the bus depot. In the industry area, I want to add a plaza. And I will take a few buildings out for this. So I'll add it right over here. Of course, those are going to grow right back up. And right over here at the edge of this farm, so we left this place open for commercial. So probably another small plaza would work over here. I'm going to turn off snapping and orient it to face the main road. It's going to take up that one shop, but I'm not overly concerned about it. Something else is going to grow in its place, and we have a nice plaza over here on the corner. It's interesting that we don't have anything over there. Maybe we could fit a small park over there. James Cable basketball court. This would be nice, I think. But so we have to think about our citizens a bit, and if we go to air pollution, we can see that now it's actually fine. The air pollution is being blown towards the mountains, so yeah. With the prevailing air currents going that way, I think we could safely add here a sports park. Normally it wouldn't be recommended, since doing sports in a highly polluted area can be detrimental to one's health. And we have this problem where I live as well, so we go for a run in the park at rush hour. It's not the healthiest thing you could do because of all this fine particle pollution due to traffic. Public transit isn't that well developed, and there's a lot of people traveling by car. So here I want to add a large playground right over here. This would unfortunately mean taking out these paths temporarily and redrawing them afterwards. But this would be something beneficial for the inhabitants of this area, and the kids having a summer to play. And now we're going to have to redraw these paths. Hopefully they don't mess up zoning, as they sometimes tend to. Okay, with that one park, I want to go up here and add a tennis court. Okay. I don't like it. I'm just going to come in here and level a small pad for it. Like maybe at this level. This is very realistic, like leveling a terrain for a sports field. But yeah, it's a kind of a tight situation. Okay. I think this is better. I'm gonna come in with a brush and work a bit on this cliff to make it look more natural. You could say the city just chose to add a park at the base of this cliff. Might add another one here in the future. And I also want to add a small playground for the children in this area. And you know, a small playground will just about fit between two of these buildings. Space should be enough. And I think I'll put it right here on the corner. Add snapping back on. There we go. Perfect. And now if we zoom out over our community, we can see that everywhere has sufficient entertainment. But this isn't the end of our story. So last episode you saw me in a time-lapse adding a little bit of vegetation around here. And now I'm going to stop a bit. I want to also add a dog park over here if it fits for all the animal lovers in our community. It doesn't. That's alright. We can do something else with this area. But this isn't complete. So, to show you what I mean, I'm going to go into the photo mode and set the time of day to night. This is 1900 hours. And if we allow the simulation to settle a bit, so if we look in these areas, we can see that there is not enough lighting and someone won't be feeling very safe to go around here at night. So we want to make this area more attractive and yeah, safer for our residents. And most of you would think that the base game at this point doesn't have the ability to add lighting, but yeah, we can do that if we enable the developer tools. So I have these enabled. I won't go into the details how to enable or use this. There's a very good clip from Biffa going into this. I suggest you look it up if you haven't done so already. But we're going to just go for light and there is a light pole. Park 2, I think, is the one I was looking for. I think these would look best in this area. Look how nice they are. And what I'm going to do is add a few of these on the side of the road. I can see now that they're on even during the day. This could be some bug in the simulation. Maybe Colossal Order's going to fix it later on. I'm not sure why this building is complaining about medical coverage. Go to healthcare, we can see, I think this is an ambulance over there. It is arriving on time. And the clinic isn't even that far away. Right, it's right over here, so waiting times shouldn't be bad. There's no traffic in the streets. I think this simulation is a bit broken in this regard. We have these problems with waiting times. You see, no one is complaining about we have a bit of complaint about unreliable healthcare coverage. In the previous simulations I've run, I've also noticed this. I'm not sure how realistic this is, but for a town of this size, the setup should be just fine. I don't think you can get more reliable ambulance times than this. So yeah, I'm hoping this gets updated in the future to show a more realistic aspect of this coverage. Right now it feels a bit exaggerated. Also, this seems a bit exaggerated as well. So if we go to death care, hearses are on the way actually. And also the cemetery isn't that far away. So you can see from the time this building requested the hearse, it just got over here. I think this is where it's going. Our destination. Yes. I mean, the hearse just managed to cover this distance. I'm not sure if this is calculated in real time and will be fixed if I just speed up the simulation, but I like to keep it running on low while I'm building to not miss too many events like I did last time. Okay, let's get back to detailing. Oh, one thing that I haven't seen mentioned anywhere, but I seen happen with this in-game tool, developer tool, is that if you close the window from the X button, it won't reappear again. So if you ever use this, please make sure to hide it using the home key, just like you unlock it, just like you open it. Otherwise you'll have to restart the game before it is re-enabled, you can use it. Okay, and now let's hide the developer tools and go back into the photo mode. 1900 hours and see how our new park looks like. Yeah, much better. I think this is decent coverage. And when these trees grow, I think it's going to look splendid around here. Okay. Let me do the same for the other regions, and I will be just back. Okay, that being done, we are going to now add a few trash cans to our build. People could have a place to throw away their garbage. You can find this by searching for bin. And there's 4 types of trash bins over here. For this area, I'm going to choose trash bin number 1. That's just once in a while. We don't need these to be everywhere, but they should be dense enough so people won't have any problems finding bins on the street. Truth be told, this should be so we should be able to add these to the streets, or they should be added automatically. I've never seen trash bins on the streets. So we have lighting poles, we have street signs, we don't have trash bins. And yeah, that would probably make sense in Japan. But for a European build, there should be trash bins on the street. Also, there's no possibility to add them, as it conflicts with the network. Yeah, hopefully we'll get some anarchy in the future, where these things could be disabled. Because there are other kinds of things that one might add which conflicts with the network. I'm not going to add any more over here. Maybe one over there. Like, I don't know, maybe some tables at a local pub or something that go on the street. It would be nice to add something like that to the game. Small sip of copyright there. Okay, and now we're going to turn our attention to this area, which we reserved for a small park. which we are going to draw ourselves. So this would connect to the high school network. And just add some windy roads, some windy paths, sorry. Nothing too extravagant, this would do. And I might take this tree down, or I might work around it. I'm going to add another over here, and this would flank this area a bit. Going into here, we can search for surfaces. And I'm going to go for a pavement surface. It's nice to look at these a bit to confirm is what you want, and I don't want a pavement surface. That's just concrete. I want a tile surface. I'm just going to lay these out a bit to see what I'm dealing with. So we have 3 tile surfaces, and I think number 3 is the best fitting in this, or is it numbered? Is this number 1? Yeah, this is number 1. I think I'm going to stick with number 1 for now, which seems to be the best fitting to this surface of the path. And I'm just going to add it as a continuation to this area. Now it's nice that we could extend these surfaces under the network, so we get a nice let's see, edge overlap over here. It would be... So I would like to find a surface that actually matches this pavement, but I haven't found one yet. So this is just concrete. And yeah, I don't think any of these would be good enough. I'm going to add a bit of grass just underneath this tree. And let's see how this reacts. It says it's overlapping, so it doesn't like overlapping. And that's fine. I suppose I could work around it and leave the tree in its natural place. I'm going to turn off snapping for this because it requires more delicate placing of nodes. A bit of fiddling with it, but yeah. So we'll keep the tree. We won't destroy it. But here we want to add a more paved area to the center of our park. A fountain would be nice. So I think there are large fountains are too big to fit over here. Oh, that's enormous. But a small fountain like this, yeah, I think it fits very nicely. Or something like this. think I'm going to keep this circular one. Add it to the middle here. That's too big. Okay, I was looking for some sort of statue or monument or something like that. There is no such thing as sculptures. I suppose this is fine. We have a few benches that we could add. Like these garden benches, number 2, I like a lot. The props are still limited in this game, but I'm going to again go for a light pole park. But here I will choose this variety. And just add a few light poles to the area. And maybe just a few garden lights near the fountain. This would work better with other type of lights. I'll just add a few of these small garden lights at the base of this tree. The hexagon here isn't a very regular shape, but I'll take it. I don't want to spend too much fiddling with it. And one other small thing that you might notice when opening this menu is that the bushes are a bit the other way around. So if you look in summer, the bush that has the yellow icon is the purple one, and the one with the purple icon is the yellow one. It's a bit of a mix-up, I suppose, but I will add a few bushes just to ring this place a bit. And so it's perfect. Over here we have this hedge that limits our park area, and I'm now thinking if I could add another one here. So let's see if our developer tools has any hedge. Oh, these are networks which can't be placed, but we have these hedge pieces. And I think I'm going to go for a low hedge piece right between this parking lot and our park. It's a nice delimiter for our park. And that should be good enough, right? I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, it's much better. Obviously, it would be nice to be able to place a network or create something like we have here. I don't think they placed the assets manually or the props manually in this asset. And I wonder why we can't find this fountain. This is another one. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to add a few bushes maybe here. Like, I think one of the smaller ones. To just add a spot of something over here. Or maybe... These are rather big. But I think one of these would fit nicely in our park. Like this one. Just take out this bench on this side. And add something like, I don't know, this is some sort of street food. Maybe. Papers. Something like that. And we also have gazebos. This one looks interesting, so I wonder if, you know, almost oriental. Like something coming out of Constantinople. I'm wondering if Colossal Order is planning oriental expansion in the future. These all look like Asian designed. So this is something Arabic, but these two look like they're coming from the Far East. Somewhere in East Asia. Just for now, I'm going to add this over here. I think, or maybe just laterally over here. Yes. This is probably what we're going to end up doing. And of course we're going to need to add pavement underneath it. I can't help but fiddle with it. I'll try surface tiles 3 now. I mean, it does look somewhat decent. Gonna end up doing something like that and continue our landscaping with these bushes around it. Okay, and to complete our park, we're just going to have to add the lights back. So this was Light Pole Park 3. And just add a few more lights in here. That should be enough. I'll add the bench number 2. It's here where it's missing. And I think we could add another one over here. Of course, some trash bins. I think it's a toy shop. We can pretend it's street food for now. Yeah, that's what we want. Maybe people to be able to grab a quick bite or something like that in the park. And to finish our park off, let's add just a few more. I almost collapsed it with the X button. Just a few more trees. Here we have our next milestone. So our population's increased a bit. We have increase in happiness now. We see people already complaining about internet services. So I'm just going to add a couple of oaks here. And these are very large trees. But I think they will turn out really beautiful when they grow. I don't think another fits here. And just a few chestnuts. Just to fill in those spots which are left open. And where we can add something. I don't think we could add anything more here. I'm also going to add a few chestnuts on the side of this building. And there we go. This is our small park. I'm going to go back to photo mode. And look at that. I think this might be the thumbnail for this video. what I wanted to do here is just take a look at it at night. Oh. Again. And I think this is decent enough. We have enough lighting over here to... I mean, I suppose I could add one more over here. But in general, we have enough lighting to make the area feel safe for people. Just gonna add one more. Right over here. And that should be enough. It's nice that we could already see people taking a walk through our new park. Probably a little more arrangement would be needed with these bushes over here, but I'm not going to bother with that right now. What I am going to bother with is closing this and adding a post office to our city. And the post office does have extensions which would go outside the footprint of the building. So if we look at the extensions, we could add a storage extension and a garage extension. Now, what I think we'll do is keep the space behind it free for the garage extension. And maybe right next to it for the sorting extension, if we ever need that in the future. So to mark that, I'm just going to create a small grid here and just place the roads in such a way that would make these extensions possible. So that should suffice. So what I'm trying to do here is just create a small layout of roads. That would link these two parts of my settlement together. See, these are very steep here, so I want to keep them that steepness low. I'm just going to take that back a bit and just follow the terrain in. Just like that. This is gonna be somewhat of a grid. But I just wanted to look, you know, more natural. I wanted to flow a bit with the lay of the land. And because we have office zones So office demand over here, I'm going to just fill this with office. But what I'm going to do is just use these paths to adjust the layout of our zoning and add a tiny small touch of commercial right next to our high school. This would be like maybe a few shops for the kids to be able to grab lunch or something. So I do suppose the school would provide that. But yeah, just to I don't know, be able to grab a few snacks while you after you get out of school. Also, this is beneficial for the people working in the shops as well. I'm gonna add a splash of commercial here on this road. Not here, because the terrain is quite steep in this valley. I don't think anyone would build over here. Okay. It seems we have a locked mixed zoning. But before we get into that, I just want to add, so right now for post, it seems that our post office is good enough to cover our entire community. But I still want to add just a few mailboxes here and there, like at this street corner over here. Maybe here near our industrial zone plaza would be nice. And right over here where all our residential roads meet. Yeah, it would be good to add some commercial back here as well, given that our residents in this area have none. I'll probably add a small commercial extension over here, right off this main, right off the side of this road. We're going to continue a bit on the flow of the terrain, and this is pretty straight coming in. And yeah, that should be good enough for now. Just let this grow and probably add some more landscaping later. And we also need to add some internet connections. So thankfully there's a bit of room here, and I can add this right next to my road maintenance depot. And we're going to need to add another one somewhere in this area, and I'm just going to add it next to this roundabout. But before I do that, I want to increase the size of this roundabout, because I do have a feeling that we're going to need slightly bigger roundabout here. This intersection may prove vital in the future. And yeah, just a bit of future-proofing over there. If I still want to increase the roundabout to something else, I can. Without having to destroy this tower. I'm probably going to need a tower up there as well. But here I want to do something else. Put it just on the side of this cliff. And this does require road access. And I'll try to continue this road up. For that we're going to do a little landscaping. Just a touch of terraforming. There are our roads to climb to the tower. Yeah, of course you need that. Okay. I don't like this curve. Just going to fiddle with it a bit. You know, as someone once said, not great, not terrible. And to finish off our build for today, we're going to focus on this area and add just another small park. And add some more native trees, pines and spruce. I hope it's spruce, I don't know how to pronounce this. It's really funny how we ended up with this language as a international language, or lingua franca, as you would call it. You know, most languages in the world have clear rules for spelling, and you won't get confused about how to read something or what sounds to, you know, make with your mouth when you're reading something, but not English. You guys decided to do away with that long time ago. Just add a few rocks here. Or I think it was boulders. Yes, a few boulders to this area. I think the tree density is a bit high, but we could make this work. I'll just switch to random to add just a small variety here and there. And you know, I'm sure there's a certain British person out there who would appreciate this functionality. I haven't seen him use it yet. But yeah, he should. It seems right up his alley. Sorry, just couldn't help it over there. Okay, I'm going to add a few benches. Right. And looking at this, I think here I'm going to add these ones. More simple. And yeah. Definitely not happy with that one. Was it number 4? Yes. Much better. And for lighting, we're going to go with the garden light. 1. Which is a bit more intimate, I suppose. And a few trash bins. I'm gonna go with this model over here. No, with this model. Yeah. And so I'm going to go with this model over here. It's a bit simpler, and I'm not gonna put as many of them. And just to finish up this park, I'm going to add just some random green bushes as foliage. Right now we don't see a difference between these and the trees, but when the trees grow, we are going to notice that. It's just some smaller foliage in between the trees to make the park look more diverse. Wherever this is possible, of course. Yeah, something like that should do the trick. I think this looks rather nice as it is. A bit more wild than the manicured one over there. But certainly like the aspect of it. Now, something else I would have liked to do is to add a outdoor gym over here. But sadly this requires a road. And it won't work on a path. It would be very nice to have it over here right on the edge of this cliff in the middle of nature. But what I'm going to do instead is put it over here. Just add a bit more terraforming to the land to bring this cliff face out. It's the tiny smudge. Okay, and now we could add the outdoor gym here. I'll turn the snappings off to be able to add it in a more organic fashion. And to complete the area, I'm just going to take this path and bring it in here. Nice. And so this was already built like this. I mean that outcropping looks kind of artificial, but it's not. It was just part of the map, part of the natural layout of the land. I do like how we managed to bring this cliff back here. It looks quite natural. And yeah, you may say this is unrealistic, but part of our road design, at least nowadays, is to integrate it as well as you can in the environment, even if it's not natural. And to that extent, I would like to go back to this campsite and try to integrate it also into the environment. So I just add a few trees on the side of it, just to make it look more as this is part of the natural landscape of the land. So to get rid of this square footprint it has, just make it look like it's really part of the natural landscape over here, even though it's not. As I mentioned in the first chapter, we are going to extend the cemetery backwards with a few buildings, so this may end up removing some of these trees, but for now we'll keep them here as they are. And I also want to just add a few more boulders. I'm going to go for random boulders, just to not make it feel like this is just, you know, someone carried the boulders over here and added them. Okay, just make it seem part of the cliff face here. I do expect some boulders to fall off the cliff face of a mountain like this. And I'm going to add some small rocks as well near these boulders. Right. This does make the area feel more natural. Right. Something like that. And with those things placed down, with our city growing a few businesses, And with our happiness levels through the roof, we're going to leave Dreamveil here, and I shall await you in the next chapter of our story.